Great job! You completed this course, and this certainly was not a short course. This instead was a course packed with content, and you now did learn a lot about React, and not just about its core features, but also about advanced features, and we also had a look behind the scenes, and you really got a lot of in-depth knowledge about all those React features. Now, with this lecture, I want to ensure that you can build up on what you learned in this course, that you don't forget what you learned in this course, and that you can use this course as a foundation to become an expert React developer and use React for whatever you want to use it. To find a job as a React developer, to start your own business, whatever your goals are. And the very important next step, therefore, is that you practice and practice and practice. This course gives you all the basic knowledge you need. And not just the basics, also advanced concepts, of course. But it gives you a very, very, very solid foundation. And of course, this course also already contains a lot of exercises and demo projects. But you need to build up on it. You need to practice on your own. Build your own demo and dummy projects and use what you learned in this course to apply it onto problems you face in your own projects. And then, of course, also solve those problems on your own, because that is ultimately what will turn you into an expert and what is the key for every developer. If you want to become a developer, you need to practice and you need to solve problems. And therefore, consider cloning simplified versions of popular websites and web apps. Build your own Amazon clone with React. Maybe leave out the payments part, but add the shopping cart, the products page, and all those core features that make up Amazon. Maybe also rebuild the course demos and projects you saw in this course, and then use my lectures again to compare your solution to mine. And come up with your own dummy business ideas and websites which you could build. These are all possible steps you can take to apply what you learned in realistic projects. You can also search and Google for React examples to find plenty of example code bases out there, which you can also use to get inspiration and to then also have a working code base as a solution once you tried replicating it on your own first. So really take this advice from me and apply what you learned and practice, practice, practice. This is the key to ensure that what you learned today will not be something you forgot tomorrow, and you will need to practice to really become and stay a React developer. Now, besides practicing, which is a super important next step, I can also only encourage you to explore the React ecosystem. Because in this course, I gave you a great foundation, and we had a look at a couple of key third-party libraries which you also need in a lot of React projects. For example, Redux and the React Router. But there are so many other projects and libraries out there which are worth exploring to make your life as a React developer easier, or to build brand new kinds of applications which you maybe didn't even consider up to this point. For example, in this course you learned about Next.js, which is a super amazing framework, but also consider exploring Gatsby.js. Gatsby is another library for React, so which builds up on React, which acts as a static site generator using React. And you can learn more about Gatsby on their official page, of course, but in the end, Gatsby allows you to leverage your React knowledge to then produce static websites, which only consist of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but which are pre-rendered in advance so that search engines see what your users will see before JavaScript code is executed in the browser. And therefore, Gatsby can help you offer a better user experience. It can help you with search engine optimization, and it can act as a nice alternative to Next.js, which I did cover in this course. So definitely also consider exploring that. Another interesting project and library you might want to look into is Preact. So that's React with a P in front of it. Now, Preact in the end is React with a way smaller footprint. It has the same API, so the same functionalities React offers. For example, it has all those React hooks, but it's way smaller. Now, this of course sounds like magic, and it sounds like you should always use Preact, but of course it achieves this very small size by stripping out internal functionality React has built in. Functionality that might offer a smoother user experience once your app is up and running. But that is something you'll have to find out on your own. Diving into Preact and playing around with it might definitely worth a thought, because you might not be building an application that needs all those built-in optimizations React has to offer, and in that case, Preact might be a great alternative. So that's another very interesting third-party library and project which you might want to explore now that you did learn about React in this course. And then I got one other extremely nice project which I absolutely recommend that you take a look at, and that's React Native. Now, React Native is a framework for React, also built by Facebook, so by the same company that's responsible for React, that actually allows you to build mobile apps for iOS and Android with React. And that's of course super amazing, because that means that you can use the knowledge you already have, and you can not just build websites and web apps with it, but you can also build mobile apps with it. And you don't need to learn Android or iOS development or programming languages for those devices. You can really just use what you already know, JavaScript and React. And I got a complete course on React Native, which you might want to check out if you want to learn all about React Native. But definitely consider looking into the official webpage at least, and explore React Native if building mobile apps with React sounds interesting to you. This is a super amazing project, and it's a great example for what you can achieve with your React skills. You really can build anything. And therefore, that's it for this course. My last recommendation is that you stay updated and that you never stop learning. Not just when it comes to React, but for web development in general, but of course also for React. Now, I will do my best to keep this course updated and let you know about major changes to React, but you definitely also should try to stay updated on your own. You can use Twitter for that and dive into the Twitter tech and React community. You can use the official React.js website for this and have a look at their blog to learn about interesting changes, experiments, initiatives, and more. Staying updated and staying an active learner, these are super important skills as a developer, and together with practicing, this is what will ensure that you can master React, that you can be a React developer today and tomorrow, and that you really utilize what you learn in this course and get 100% out of this course. Now, that's it for this course. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a lot out of this course, and I can only encourage you to keep on learning. Don't stop here, because taking a course is great. And I got more courses if you want to dive deeper. But if you want to master something, if you want to get really good at something, you have to apply what you learned. You have to use it. Use it in your day-to-day projects. Build demo projects where you apply what you learned. Make sure that you don't lose that knowledge, because taking a course gives you that solid foundation, but you only become good at something if you then use that foundation to use it in your day-to-day work, in your everyday work, in your projects. And therefore, I would of course love to see you in other courses, but either way, I wish you all the best for your future.